Are you ready for part 6 of prepping the Yankee way? It's about precious metals. Hey everybody, thank you so much for joining Yankee Stacking on prepping the Yankee way. I'm showing you my full stack. I've had a lot of people ask me to do it, and I decided to lay it out. It didn't take too long. I don't have a massive stack like Big Stack McGee or International Stacker or Hi-Ho Silver or, well, you name the YouTuber that has a mother of all stacks. I don't, but you know what? I'm blessed to have what I have. So by no means am I putting down what you see before you right now. And this is not necessarily a, oh, let me show you everything that I have video. It really is around prepping. And I'm not going to get into all the details on why I prep certain types and, my philosophy around stacking. If you are interested in learning why I stack what I stack, I'll put a card right up there on stacking the Yankee way. Gets into more detail. But what I'd like to spend time talking about today is why I think that stacking precious metals is a very important prep, especially for economic crisis. We've talked about a lot of different types of preps, water and food. We've talked about money, a generator. There are very important preps. This is one of them. I am a prepper type of stacker. Stacker, meaning someone who hoards something, whether it's comic books or you name it. If you hoard something and really want to get a lot of it, you're a stacker. We stack precious metals. And I think that's very important. If you are a collector type of stacker or a flipping type of stacker, you may have a different set of criteria of what you stack and so forth, but this is how I've decided to prepare myself for economic uncertainty. I really focus in on constitutional and government bullion. So back here you'll see a lot of different constitutional silver, dimes mostly, but also some quarters and half dollars. I like newer stuff when it comes to constitutional silver because I want to get as much silver content as I can. I do have some older coins, whether it be Franklin's, some Liberty Heads, Walkers, Walkers, but most of what I have here are just strictly, I should be taking the tops off of these, Washingtons and Kennedys. I really do love a 1964 Kennedy half dollar. That's a sweet spot for me. And then Mercury's and Rosies. So definitely like to have a lot of dimes, quarters, and half dollars. I do have a few Morgans and some Peace, but the premiums are awfully high on them, and I eventually I'll probably fill up my tube of for silver dollars, but it's not a priority right now to get these. I really focus around bullion, so you'll see a lot of American Silver Eagles and a lot of Canadian Silver Maple Leafs. It's pretty much even on that. I do tend to like the CMLs slightly better than the ASEs, and for a variety of reasons, but I do stack both. Occasionally I'll get some rounds. Those are really not my priority, but if it's at spot, I'm going to take the deal, right? I also have some foreign coins, some Canadian. I have some other foreign coins. These are really cool. The Balboas, this is a full a 1 1 ounce, I believe, Balboa, and there's some, half and some quarters. Still specialty silver, like the Booker T. Washington that I got from my grandfather. And then other countries. So South African Cougaran, I just got that recently. A Bermuda piece that I showcased on a Yankee Stacking story. I absolutely love the Guinea. Absolutely gorgeous coin. These are more of a treat for me when I get like something like this. What I just picked up was the 2 ounce Queen's Beast, the dragon. That's rare. I don't usually get these. I try to stick with, here's the Z Sin Gallus. I got that because I thought that was really cool, and I wanted to treat myself to something special. But you're not going to see a lot of those. You're going to see government-issued bullion when it comes to like the Britannias. I'm working on a full tube of these. And again, it's pretty straightforward, guys. You're looking at, when it comes to silver, you're looking at government bullion, constitutional silver, which I really focus on certain denominations, and then the foundation of my stack is still gold, what I affectionately call the Yankee Cannon. And that is a roll of 1 ounce American Gold Eagles. That is the foundation right there. When I sign off at every video, I hold one of these. And I do hope your day is a-okay every time I do that. But these coins right here, I got in 2009, and that is what really kicked my stacking off. I'm going to be stacking more, whether it be the Canadian maple leaf that I got recently, or some other denomination. These are the fractional. This is the fractional gold denomination that I like, 1/4 ounce. And I hope to get a full tube of those eventually. Gold is still the most trusted precious metal by countries, governments. The gold standard is what I think we ought to get back to. But silver is also, I believe, very important, especially as it relates to a prep. I believe that at some point in my lifetime, the odds are very high that we're going to be in an economic crisis where barter will be an option. I want my silver to be as recognizable as possible. So I want it to be either constitutional or bullion that is recognized, in America. You're talking American Silver Eagles, you're talking Canadian Maple Leaves. I live up in New Hampshire, so I'm within driving distance from Canada. I see Canadian money all the time. I believe people are going to learn the value, or relearn in some cases, the value of silver. And I think gold will be one where I'm going to be able to use very judiciously to store and convert to silver as needed. So one of these, who knows how many pieces of silver I'm going to be able to convert. I'm not going to be bartering something like this in a crisis directly. It's going to definitely be converted before I do that. But this will be the basis of how I handle economic uncertainty. And just to be clear, when I talk about economic collapse or economic crisis, I'm not talking about the zombie apocalypse or the end of the world or some Mad Max scenario. I'm talking about a scenario where our fiat currency is not accepted like it is now, where the just-in-time inventories of a supermarket or a gas station is not able to be fulfilled, where people have to go weeks or longer without the bare necessities, without being able to get money out of an ATM, without being able to get electricity and so forth. We're going to need, in that scenario, other forms of insurance when it comes to wealth. I don't believe precious metals will necessarily be used immediately. I think people will be far more interested in water, in food, basic heat if you live up north and that type of thing, depending on when it happens or the season. But I do believe that after that initial shock and distrust in our failed currency, we're going to need things like precious metals to be able to buy and sell. And the value of these, I do believe, will go very, very high. And if you follow Yankee Stacking at all, and you know my Yankee Stacking strategy, you know that I avoid premiums as much as possible. I am willing to pay a little bit of premium on bullion, government bullion, because I believe the recognizability is worth something. But you're not going to see me get a full series of this stuff. All right, this is a treat. This is fun. This is what I call an ice cream cone. I treat myself and it's like, hey, this is neat. I enjoy this. But that's not the basis of my stack. The basis of my stack, again, is stuff that is easily recognizable, easily convertible. You don't see a single silver bar on this table, okay? That's controversial. You may think that that's a mistake. You may say, well, Yankee, some of the lowest premiums are on bars. In fact, the bigger the better. I may get a bar. In fact, I think I know of one bar I might get pretty soon, I hope. But again, that to me is a treat. That is something special, right? I'm not going to build around bars. I want it to be trusted. I don't want people to question whether a bar is real or not. I don't want to have to prove it. I want people to look and see what I have and go, yeah, that's recognizable. Some people may say, they're not going to recognize a maple leaf. They won't know what this is. You know, I just tried to buy some coffee not too long ago with the American Silver Eagle, and they didn't even know what that was. That's true. They didn't. But let me tell you, when you've gone a week without food, you will learn pretty darn fast what silver is. People will get educated real fast. So there it is. That is, again, a full stack video. A lot of it is tied up in this baby right here, my Yankee Cannon. Gold. I would say that to me is the most important piece of my prepping the Yankee way when it comes to precious metals. I hope this has been helpful. I'm really interested, more probably than any video I've made, what you think of this prep and the approach that I've taken. Please like this video. Dislike this video if you think I'm off my rocker. But please comment, and if you haven't subscribed, I'd really appreciate that. And as always, I hope your day is A-OK.